Let me show you how to use the debugger in Visual Studio Code for C++ programming. Using the debugger, you can trace the program code for identifying your logic error and the like. So let me add a few more lines to demonstrate the debugger. So function 1, call and cout m in dl, like that. Then we need to define function 1 temporary is a k times 10 and return temporary. We need to give a prototype of a function 1 like that. So everything works fine. To use the debugger, we should compile the code differently that G++ and use a -G option, which generates a debugger symbol. So here, what we have a.out is without the debugger symbol, but if I do with the debugger symbol, then what I get is a folder with the debugger symbols. So that is a first step to use the debugger -G option. And then on left hand side, there is a debugger menu. So this is a run debugger part with the bug icon. Click that. We need to create the debugger configuration file, launch.json. Click to create. And then we choose the proper one. There are lots of configuration. What we need is a C++, GDB, LLDB. That's the one we need. If you don't see that right away, chances are you didn't include the extensions and the like. But anyway, just click and then choose the default configuration there. For some reason, you don't get this one right away, like LLDB launch. There no option was available for this. Then just choose any C++ configuration. Then here is Add Configuration button. Click that and then choose C++ LLDB launch. That's the one. Second one is the one we should use. Then as you click, you will create the right one. But the previous one is right two, but I have two of those. So LLDB launch is the configuration. Making sure that you use that. And then the second one, let me just delete because I don't need that one. Just let me keep one copy there. And then you need to edit a few things here. First, the program. This is just some suggestion. So delete everything before the $sign, which means the program is under current folder. A.out is the program. So that's what you need to edit. Now we are ready. First, we compiled with -G and configured the launch.json. That's just one time you should do that. And then as you increase the left hand side, you will see that after the run, there is a launch configuration options there. So make sure that you have a correct one, same as this one. Then click the green triangle to run. Before that, and go to the main, and then left hand side of the line number, choose a breakpoint. The breakpoint is where the program pauses at the runtime in the debugger. So have at least one breakpoint and then run debugger. Debugger runs. And then on Mac Catalina, this will be prompted. Always say OK. And program pauses at line 7. It's not executed yet. Then debugger controller is a step over is to go to the next physical line of execution statement and then others. So let's choose a step over. Then program pauses at 9 and then hello world is displayed down here with some control characters. So hello world exclamation mark shows up. And then left hand side, locals means a local variable in the current function. Current function is main. We have n and m as local variables. So n is not known yet because line 9 is not executed yet. So the stop at pause means that line is not executed yet. So the value n or whatever for m is just the undetermined value. step over again, then now n gets 10 because line 9 is executed. And then line 11, step over, function call is done and it returns a value 100 that is stored. And step over again, now the 100 is displayed here. Let me stop the debugger and then start the debugger again to show different mode of control. Same thing, step over, step over. Now at line 11, there is a function call. So I want to examine the function inside. Then you can choose to do step into this icon, step into. Now I jump into function so I can trace the logic in the function. So now I'm inside the function 1. So locals are all function 1 locals. Here I have a k and t. So t is unknown yet, but k is a parameter passing, so I have a 10. Step over. Now t gets a 100. Step over, and then function is done, return to where we left off. So function call is done. Now m will get the value correctly. If I do step over, now m gets a return value, and then step over, see how it is displayed. Here, for somehow you see that the value is with some control characters. If you don't like that, or if you want to have the cout message on a different console, that's stop the debugger, go back to the launch JSON, and then external console is the option. So have it true. Then let's reduce the Visual Studio Code, and then let's see what happens. So main, and then start debugger. See that the external terminal is launched there. Then step over. Now cout message shows up on the external terminal, so that is a very convenient. Especially you have to use external console terminal if you use a cin to type in from the keyboard for the program. You have to use an external terminal for that purpose.